Hey guys, welcome to Ascend Hot Yoga. This is Teacher Dave, and this really is our first class as we start to take our teaching online in these times of uncertainty. So today we're just going to do a gentle flow just to get you moving, get you breathing, and get you nicely grounded and centered. So if we start seated, cross the legs, and come into a nice, comfortable seated position. Lift up and out of the waist, draw the navel to the spine, engage the core, and then place the hands in front of you and just walk forward nice and slow, sauntering left and right, easing out the lower spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, walk the hands forward a little bit more, keeping the chest lifted, gazing forwards, reaching far forwards as you can. Walk the hands over to the left side of the body, extend the right arm, bring the left arm to the knee, twist and look underneath that left elbow. Inhale, walk the hands back round to centre. Exhale, walk round to the opposite side, bring your right hand to right knee, extend the left hand, look under that elbow and twist. Walk the hands back to centre and back to the body. Place your left hand onto the mat beside you, bend towards the left, sweep this arm up overhead, lift out of the right side of the body, and breathe. Inhale, return to centre. Place the right hand on the mat beside you, lift up and out of the waist, inhale, and as you exhale, bend towards the right. Sweep the left arm up overhead and reach sideways. Inhale, return to centre. Take your right hand, place it on to the left knee. Inhale, reach up with the left. Exhale and twist. Place the hand behind you. Lift up the chest and look down at that left chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, slowly return to centre. Take your left hand, place it on the outside of the right knee. Inhale, reach up with the right. Exhale, twist. Place that hand behind you, looking over that right chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist a little deeper. And then return to centre. So coming on to all fours. Have your fingers spread nice and wide, index fingers pointing forwards, hands stacked underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Have the knees hip width apart, knees stacked underneath the hips, and release the feet behind you. And finding your next inhalation, lift the pelvis, lift the chest, look up, press the belly to the mat. Exhale, lower the pelvis, lower the chin to the chest, flex the spine and separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. And then return into a neutral position. So keep drawing the navel to the spine, knitting the abdominal muscles together. Take your left hand and place it underneath the right arm. Bring the shoulder towards the mat. Inhale, open up, twist, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, twist and reach up. Keep drawing that left hip forward, your right hip back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. This time as you lower, bring the shoulder and the head to rest onto the mat. Come onto the fingertips of the right hand, twist and look underneath that right armpit. Inhale, return to centre. Take your right hand and thread it through the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Turn your right hip back, your left hip forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, this time bring that shoulder and head down to the mat and rest the hand on the floor beside you. Come onto the fingertips, twist, and look underneath that left elbow. Take a few breaths here. And then inhale, return back to tabletop. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up off the mat, send the hips up and back, straighten the legs, send the head between the arms, come into downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet one at a time. Bring the heel towards the mat, stretching out the backs of the legs. Keep pressing the mat away with the hands, and wrap the shoulder blades around the armpits, and externally rotate the upper arms. Engage the muscles of the upper back, and then return to stillness. And take 5 breaths in downward facing dog. Press into the mat with the fingertips, press the heels towards the mat, lift the hips, and feel the thigh bones anchor into the sockets. Inhale, lift your right leg to the ceiling, press the balls of the feet towards the back of the room. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw that knee to the chest. Roll that weight forward into plank. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right knee to left elbow and twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest and step that foot between the hands. Lower the back heel down, extend the foot behind you. Raise up into a low lunge. Sink those hips a little lower. Keep drawing that navel to the spine. Turn your tailbone towards the front of the mat. And take 3 breaths here. Really stretch through that front hip. Exhale, the hands to the mat. Come onto the back toes, extend that leg back into 3-legged dog. Now you can keep the leg lifted, or you can lower down into downward facing dog as we roll that weight forwards into a plank, and then lowering down, either knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga. Inhale into that gentle cobra. Press the feet into the mat, lift the knees, press the thighs into the mat, relax the shoulders away from the ears, lift the chest towards the chin, and lower the chin towards the chest. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, send those hips back into downward facing dog. And raising your left leg to the ceiling. Inhale, and as you exhale, roll that weight forward, bring the knee to the chest. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left knee, right elbow and twist. Inhale, lift. And your choice, actually no, we're going to step the leg through first. So inhale up, draw that knee to the chest, step that foot through, lower the back knee down, extend the foot behind you. Inhale, raise up into that low lunge. Sink those hips a little lower. We feel that stretch in the right hip flexor. Keep drawing that navel to spine, rounding into the front foot. Inhale, and exhale the hands towards the mat. Come onto the back toes, send that leg back into three-legged dog. Now staying in three-leg dog, we'll lower it back into downward facing dog. Roll that weight forward into high plank. And then lowering down the knees, the chin of the chest, or chaturanga, it's your choice. Inhale into that back bend, into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, send those hips back into downward facing dog. And raising your right leg to the ceiling, rotate the thighs so the foot turns out, press the balls of the feet towards the back of the room. Inhale that knee to the chest. Exhale, step it through. Now your choice, you can lower the back knee or you can keep it lifted. Sweep the arms up into that lunge. And take 3 breaths here. Inhale, and as you exhale, twist over that front leg. Inhale, return to centre. Exhale, twist. Opposite side. Inhale, back to centre. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step that leg back into down dog or three-legged dog. Now you can rest in down dog, or if you want to take that vinyasa, roll that weight forward into plank, lowering down your way. Inhale into that back bend into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, send those hips back into downward facing dog. And inhale out the left leg to the ceiling. Turn the thigh out, press the balls of the feet to the back of the room. Flex the toes towards the shins. Inhale, draw that knee to the chest. Step that leg through to the front of the mat. Lower the knee or keep it raised, it's your choice. Inhale into that lunge. Take a few breaths here. Sink those hips a little lower. And then finding your next exhalation, we're going to twist over that front leg. Inhale, return to centre. Keep your balance. Exhale, twist. Opposite side. Inhale, back to centre. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step that leg back into down dog or three-legged dog. Resting here or taking that vinyasa. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under. Send the hips back into downward facing dog. And then stepping through to the top of the mat. Turn to face the camera for this one. So have your feet hip width apart. You should be able to fit 2 fists in the space between the feet. Toes are turned forward, knees are bent. We're sitting the hips back, and it's important that we fold from the hips here and avoid rounding out the lower spine. So place the hands onto the shins, onto the mat, wherever's most comfortable for you. And then if you want to straighten the legs, you can lift the hips and maintain contact, stomach to thighs. Inhale, sweep the hands up overhead, lift the chest, sit the hips back, come up to stand. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And taking hold of the elbows, just rocking side to side. easing out that lower spine. And then return back to stillness. Place the hands to the mat or to the shins. Bend into the knees. And step or jump back into a high plank. Lower down the knees to chin the chest or chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes under, send the hips back into downward facing dog. And take 5 breaths here. And keep returning to that breath in your practice. If at any time you need to take a break in this practice, you can lower down the knees and the heels together, sit the hips back, and take a few breaths in child's pose. And then return back to tabletop, tuck the toes under, send those hips back into downward facing dog. And raising that right leg to the ceiling once more. Drawing that knee to the chest, stepping it through. Lower the back heel down, foot turn out to 10 o'clock. Grounded into the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, come into warrior one. Bend into that front knee. Drawing that front foot forward, your back foot back. Turn your left hip forward, your right hip back. Keep drawing that navel to spine, keeping that core engagement. And finding your next exhalation, you're going to sweep forward, bend forward, sweep the arms back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Keep that chest lifted, spine nice and long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, strengthening that lower back and that core. Inhale, lift. And hold here for 3 breaths. And really open up across the heart. Soften the shoulders. And then exhale, hands on the mat. Step that leg back into 3-legged dog. Resting here in down dog, or taking that vinyasa, rolling that weight forwards, lowering down your weight. Inhale into that back bend. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under, send those hips back, come back into downward facing dog. And raising that left leg to the ceiling. Inhale, draw that knee to the chest, step that leg through. Lower the back heel down, turn the foot out to 2 o'clock. Inhale, reach up, warrior one. Bend into that front knee. Send the weight into the outer edge of the back heel. Keep drawing that front foot forward, back foot back, creating that stable base. Right hip turns forward, left hip turns back. And breathe. And finding your next exhalation, fold forwards, sweep the hands back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And hold here for 3 breaths. Cultivating that inner warrior, that inner fire. Give it everything over to your yoga practice. Exhale, the hands to the mat. Come onto the back toes, step that leg back. Go into 3-leg dog, or downward facing dog. Resting here, or taking that vinyasa. We're rolling that weight forward, lowering down your weight. Inhale into that back bend. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under. Send those hips back. come into downward facing dog. And inhale that right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step it through. Lower that back heel down. Let's visit warrior one momentarily. Exhale, the hands to the centre of the chest. Come onto the back toes. Start to shorten that stance if we need to. Bend into the front knee. Folding forwards and lifting that back leg off the mat. Keep folding forwards, coming into warrior three. Find your point of focus and take 3 breaths. If you want, you can reach the hands forwards. And then stepping back with control, come back, warrior one. Exhale, the hands to the mat. Step it back, 3-legged dog, or downward facing dog, it's your choice. Roll that weight forwards, lowering down your way. Inhale, into that back bend. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, send those hips back, downward facing dog. And inhale that left leg to the ceiling. Draw that knee to the chest, step it through. Lower the back heel down. Inhale, raise up. Let's visit warrior one once more. Exhale, the hands to the centre of the chest. Come onto the back toes. Shorten the stance if you need to. Bend forwards. And as you lift that back leg, straighten the front leg. Coming into warrior three. Reach forwards if you want to. Keep lifting that leg, squeezing the hips tight. Exhale, step back, warrior one. Inhale, and as you exhale, place those hands back to the mat. Step that leg back into 3-legged dog or downward facing dog. Taking that vinyasa if you want to, lowering down your way. Inhale back into cobra. Take 3 breaths here. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under, send those hips back into downward facing dog. Raising that right leg to the ceiling once more. Inhale, knee to chest, step it through. Lower that back heel down. And this time we're going to heel toe the front leg in. So we come into more of a tightrope alignment with the feet. And then we're going to sweep the arms up, open up, warrior two. Gazing over that front palm. And then on your next inhalation, straighten that front leg, bring the hands together. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. And gazing over that front palm. Keep knitting the abs together, drawing that navel to spine. Drawing that back, front foot forwards. And then wimble the hands back to the mat, come onto the back toes. Send that leg back, 3-legged dog. Or downward facing dog. Resting here, or taking that vinyasa. Inhale into cobra. Exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes under, send those hips back. Downward facing dog. And raise that left leg to the ceiling. Step it through to the front of the mat. Lower the back heel down. Raise up, sweep the arms up into warrior two. And then on your next inhalation, straighten that front leg, bring the hands together. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Engaging over that front palm. Grounding into the feet. Keeping that core engaged. And breathe. Wiggle the arms back to the mat. Come onto the back toes. Send that leg back into three-legged dog. Or downward facing dog. And then bring the knees nice and wide. Feet together, hips back. Take a moment to rest in child's pose. And then slowly return back to tabletop. Bring the knees into hip width apart. Tuck the toes under. Send those hips back. Come into downward facing dog once more. Raise that right leg to the ceiling, sorry. Inhale as you exhale, draw that knee to the chest. Bring that right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. If you want, you can keep it tucked underneath the hip. And if you have any knee issues, you can come onto the back into figure four pose. So bringing the right knee in towards the chest, placing the left shin over right thigh, and then clasping the hands around the knee, drawing the knee into the chest. However, if you're coming into pigeon, have your right knee by the right wrist, right ankle towards left wrist, walk the back leg back, release the foot behind you, walk the hands up towards the body, lift up and out of the waist, exhale, fold forwards, walking the hands forwards. Bring the head to rest either onto the mat or onto the hands, or if you've got a block, you can use a block. And we're just going to relax into this pose. So bring it back to the breath. Breathing long and deep and slow. Just a few more rounds of breath here. Breathing through tension, breathing through the intensity. Doing that nice deep stretch into the hips, into the groins, into the thigh. And keep flexing that right foot back towards the shin. And then slowly start to walk the hands back towards the body, lift the chest. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee, send that leg back into downward facing dog, three-legged dog, sorry, and give it a shake. And then place the leg back onto the mat. Raise your left leg to the ceiling. Inhale, and as you exhale, step it through, bring the knee, left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist. And obviously just swap sides if you're on your back. Walk the back foot back, lower the hips. Walk the hands back towards the body, lift up and out of the waist, lift the chest. And exhale, walk the hands forwards. Bring the head to rest on the mat, or onto the hands, or onto a block or cushion. And try not to sink into the right hip. Try and keep the hips aligned with the mat. Just be mindful of your position in this posture. Inhale, walk the hands back to the body, lift the chest. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee. Send that leg back into three-legged dog. Give it a shake. And place the foot back down, come into downward facing dog. Place your feet at the edge of the mat. Come onto the tiptoes, and then lower the heels towards the mat, bend into the knees, send the hips back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. And hold here for 3 breaths. Keep pushing the mat away with the hands. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Keep drawing that navel to spine. Core engaged. And then step, jump or float through to the top of the mat. Place the feet behind the wrists. So the toes out slightly. Sit the hips back, come down into a squat. Bring the hands together to the centre of the chest. Place the elbows on the inside of the knees. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hips, press the knees out, press the elbows into the knees. Keep lifting the chest. Tailbone turns forwards towards the front of the mat. And breathe. Release the hands to the mat. Walk the hands to the back of the body. Slowly lower down. Extend the legs out in front of you. And give them a shake. And the knees come to line your back. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourselves a hug. And then placing the feet back onto the mat. Lift the hips and send them to the left. And allow the knees to lower to the right. Extend the arms out to the sides. Look over that left shoulder. And breathe. Inhale the knees back to centre. Roll the knees into the chest. Place the feet back onto the mat. Lift the hips, send them to the right. Allow the knees to lower to the left. Extend the arms to the sides. And look over that right shoulder. Inhale, return to centre. Bring the knees to the chest. Give yourselves one last hug. Then make yourself comfortable into final relaxation. So you can have the knees bent, feet together, allow the knees to fall out to the sides. You can straighten the legs, bring them to the edges of the mat, place the hands beside you, palms facing upwards. And then just lower the gaze or close the eyes down. And then just allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Noticing the sensations of your yoga practice as the body begins to settle. Inhaling long and deep and slowly through the nose. Feel the belly rise. Empty the lungs on the exhalation. And should any distracting thoughts enter the mind, just acknowledge them. Don't judge them, don't attach to them, don't follow them. Just be the observer. And then as you exhale, gently release. And bring the awareness back to the breath. And you can stay here for as long as you want. And as you lay here, inhaling through both nostrils, tracing the breath to the space behind the eyes, following it all the way down to the base of the spine, and exhaling, following the breath from the base of the spine to the space behind the eyes, and out through the nostrils again. And always in our yoga practice, we bring it back to the breath. So we move through dynamic, flowing postures, stimulating the active, rajasic energy, and then returning to stillness, cultivating that tamasic, slowing down, relaxation. And returning everything back to that sattvic state of balance and clarity. And then slowly start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bring your awareness back into the body, back into the room. Noticing where you are in the room and the objects around you. And bring the feet together, legs straight. Sweeping the arms up overhead, coming to a nice full body stretch. Inhale, draw the knees to the chest, almost hug. And then placing the feet onto the mat. Rolling over onto the right side of the body, resting the head on the hands momentarily. And then slowly making your way back to a cross-legged seated position. Keep the chin lowered, eyes closed. Bring the hands to the center of the chest. And just taking a moment to honour your practice. Taking this time out for you to bring everything back into balance. And for the energy that we've shared together in this virtual space. I look forward to bringing many more videos to you soon. I hope you've enjoyed this practice. Namaha.